Happy Friday, friends. It is Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures on the Essential Stencil page. I normally like them a little bit thicker, the wood wise. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I pulled an 18-inch. See how thick that 18 inch is? And then this one is a lot thinner. So let's get started on this one. This is a 16 by 9. It's a 16-inch round, and we could also use an 18-inch round. And I thought about doing it on the 18-inch to show y'all how to make that work if you had an 18 instead of a 16. But we're gonna go ahead and make it easy tonight, and we are going to let me get this bow out of the way, y'all. So this is a layering stencil. I know a lot of y'all have told me in the last week that y'all are still scared of layering stencils. So I'm gonna try to make tonight's as easy as possible for you guys. So this is gonna be our first layer, and then this is also layer 1 for the bottom, which is just going to be by itself. And then we've got our layer 3. Let's do layer 2 next. And it says up here in the corner, so this is going to be backwards for y'all, so envision it on the opposite side, okay? So then you have your layer 2 right here that we will put over our layer 1 when we're done. And then we have a cute layer with our faces. So if you're not good at faces, this is like the perfect thing to have layered because you can do all the cute details that we normally can't get in otherwise. I got that where I want it. You can draw pencil marks, you can draw pencil lines, whatever you need to do. All I'm gonna do is lay my tape right flush with my stencil because you know your stencil's straight, okay? So I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for y'all. So put that down, lift that up. We have to get some red. Yep, my favorite color. And I have my craft paper down, guys, that way I don't paint my desk. Gotta love my craft paper. It took me a long time to start using craft paper, and then I was like, no, I can flip it over and you'll never even know that I messed it up on the other side. All right, I don't need it all the way dry. I just need it dry enough here where my tape will on here. Okay, so we're gonna take off our tape, and then we're gonna put that over our red, and this is gonna be our second color. So let me get our white. I'm gonna move this over here. And you'll know red and white make pink, so I'm gonna try to keep my white out of my red. I think outstanding. I think Essential Stencil outdid themselves this time. Y'all give some hearts if y'all agree. I think this was an amazing. Same thing. I try to go back at the bottom where the tape is at on my second go around with the tape because when I paint the bottom, because I don't want it to bleed through that tape. We want that nice crisp line. And so, all right, pretty dry. So we'll just pull this tape off. And whenever I do red and white, it reminds me of like a fishing bobbin. You remember those little bobbers that you put, like, can y'all envision it? A little bobber that you put down on your, so let's do, because the Merry Christmas will be backwards, and let's get this out of the paint. That can be a disaster later. Hang on, y'all. So, like I said, this is my first one too, y'all, so I am going with y'all. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing that I did in placing the Merry Christmas. I'm gonna kind of look at it all together. And remember, it's written at the top what your layers are. Okay, so we want to make sure that lines up on the line. And then this is going to be our third layer right here. Okay, so I think we've got good positioning. Like I said, I always want to check. So this is all going to be that off-white color. So super easy, one color, off-white. Let's grab our wood wick and our chocolate. And I think what I'm going to do, take that wood wick, because it is still kind of a chocolate. I think these are going to go well together. Let me see. I got to see, y'all. Like I said, I don't have a lot of brown colors, so I'm making my own colors work here. So let's grab, I know y'all can't see what I'm doing over here either. So I've got two browns. I've got a dark brown and a light brown, and I think I'm going to mix just a little bit of my dark, maybe. All right, so we're going to do this in that brown. That's actually the perfect brown, so we may lighten that brown up for this, or brushes. Actually, I have a red. Well, that's not a real good brush. Let's do this. I said we were going to do bright red. We're gonna offset our reds a little bit. So I've got a different red. And we are almost there. I can see the finish line. See the finish line. Then we're going to grab our second layer. We've got our red, mittens, Santa suit, and now we're going to go back over here. Okay, so I'm going to mix my peach and my cream, which I know sounds weird. But if you don't have the colors, you can make your own colors. So see, I'm kind of doing a flesh tone. So I've just taken a little bit of orange, a little bit of white, and just kind of get the tone I want for a flesh tone. If it's too dark, which it might be, we'll just lighten it up on our second coat. Offload right there. I'm going to, yeah, okay. It's not going to be as dark as I thought it was going to be, so we're going to be fine. So we're going to do this whole area. if you are new and you're like, what is she doing? I am offloading onto my shop towel this stencil and move it down so ever slightly. And we're going to go right up to that red. And I'm just going to tape that one little side off. Okay. And we're going to get this side fixed, and then we'll fix this side. So, like I said, super easy fix. So if it happens, don't freak out and think your project's done. You could also have taken your tape and gone back up and done that other red line. But I kind of want to show you how to fix it. I don't want to say the easiest way. So now we are going to put our face on. I'm going to line the circle up with his nose. Some black. So 2 colors on this one. We just needed the black. When you're stenciling, okay? So we have the red down. Let me show you how to see the red would actually be cute too. Let's do green. Somebody said green. Let's do green. Perfect choice, guys, with the green. All right. How cute is that? Let's real quick do this project. We got plenty of time. We got 13 minutes. We're gonna use in case y'all have to let me know. This is where you're gonna let me know. Do we want to do Movie Christmas or Christmas on the Farm? Okay, so let me just do my Valspar antiquing glaze. All right, let's get that dry. I love the rustic look. Y'all know that, so I'm just gonna come around and sand him just a little bit. Christmas on the Farm is what we have chose, y'all. This is a, somebody asked me the size. I know the size. I can't think of the size. It is an 8 by 6, so 6 by 8. The bow was super easy. Okay, I'm only gonna do one coat, and we're gonna pull that off. I know it's backwards, they will flip it around. We've got Christmas on the Farm, and then I just made a messy bow. Okay, so I've got some Excelsior in it. I've done some rag bows. I did like strips, and then I cut, I did like little bows inside of the strips, and then just hung a little bell on it. I hope this is on the right setting. It doesn't look like it is, but well, we should have enough for this. And then like I said at the beginning, I just took an orange button and painted it green to cover up my twine. And grab a couple. Just put a couple coming out. Let's cut this. See, y'all, we are almost done. We got 1 minute left. Did that in about 10 minutes. So we have our cow Christmas on the Farm with our little messy rag bow. I may trim that just a little bit. So y'all have a blessed weekend and have fun. If y'all are getting your new stencils and transfers this weekend, have fun creating, and I can't wait to start seeing all your projects posted with Essential Stencil, guys. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all next Friday at 7 p.m. Bye, guys.